Hey.
Hi. Wait a tick. I think I recognize you. Yeah, you're that Three Ridge guy. I covered you, oh my god, 2 years ago now. Wow, time flies when you're destroying your brain cells with whiskey and stupid. And this video, I think I recognize it too. I swear I started working on a reply to it, but for some reason it never got done. I can only assume I got distracted by something shiny and or a bottle of Happy Pop. I mean, glass is reflective, so it all makes sense. Also, hey! I'm really sorry I had to do it. It's like a law or something. Anyway, check out the old one. It's much more me actually making points and arguing his. This one will be less so, and you will find out why soon enough.
I see this comment quite a lot on my videos.
Is it watch out for bears and tigers and shiz? They absolutely love the taste of random YouTube vlogger. And that t-shirt, man. If you didn't know, this guy is literally anti-vegan. And I don't just mean isn't vegan. He seems to think that fruits and vegetables are really bad for you. I didn't think it was possible, but he goes one step beyond that and, well, raw is the way to eat meat. I wish I could make this up. But then again, he thinks the world is made up construct and that there's no way to actually detect it. So, you know, he's a woo lad.
Why is the elite unhealthy if they drink blood, eat babies, all of those stories?
I mean, drinking blood and eating babies probably isn't that great for you. Unless you turn the blood into a nice Chianti and have that baby with some fava beans.
Delicious! If you actually believe that you have seen the elite, then all that it shows is how gullible you are.
I mean, I guess it all comes down to who you think the elite are. If you think the elite are the leaders in society and the wealthy, you know, those with powers to get things done, etc, 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 well, then, yeah, not hard to see them at all, actually. Although when you say,
why is the elite unhealthy?
I really don't know what you mean by unhealthy, but they tend to have access to good food and the best healthcare. Although don't get me wrong, that doesn't stop them making incredibly stupid choices. See Steve Jobs. But your lifespan greatly increases the more wealth one has on average. Usually a good indicator of health. But I suppose if you think the elite is actually a shadowy cabal of super mysterious invisi people with the power to hide entire land masses so they can live there drinking blood and eating babies all day, well, yeah, of course you haven't seen them. They don't exist. And anyone who believes that they do exist is probably out of their goddamn mind. Luckily, no one here thinks anything that crazy, right? So we can just forget I even said anything.
The people in power would never show themselves. It's absolutely
silly
to believe that.
I hope you're not planning on showing me up. Anyway, why not? Security, bodyguards, walls, all these things exist. Hell, you could bury yourself 50 floors below sea level in a bunker and still be able to give commands to your pathetic minions and put your face on a giant billboard monitor dealie, Dr. Breen style.
It's safer here.
If I was in power,
I have a feeling that that is a big if. Like an if that you could see between buildings on a city's skyline kind of big if. That's a damn big if.
Would I show myself to the people that I enslave?
So you're one of those, you're enslaved to the man people, aren't you? And I hear that kind of thing and I just think, I have an incredible amount of freedom for a slave. I generally have a pretty large amount of autonomy. And considering you are that kind of person, I got to assume you think that you're free of that enslavement. So I got to wonder, why do you think I couldn't do what you do? If I wanted to, of course. Because I could run around the woods being stupid and eating raw squirrels, but that sounds awful. I would much rather sit in front of my smexy computer and enjoy the crap that I want. And oh look, I can absolutely do that. aside from certain things going on at the making of this video, which should be done and dusted by the end of summer, as long as certain people stop dragging this all out even longer than it has to, everyone can go back to doing pretty much anything they like. Honestly, I don't think you know what slavery means. Does it just mean that people enjoy things that you don't, and you would love to be able to force them to adopt your crazy lifestyle? That kind of sounds slavery-esque to me.
Knowing that there will always be people who are not asleep that can figure out what's going on and try to take me down.
Really, dude? You think you're going to take anyone down? What are you going to do? Throw some beef at them? Crazy talk in the woods them to death? What?
Of course I would never do that. I would put puppets in place, politicians, the royals, etc.
No, but seriously, dude. Could you even get to the puppets? I highly doubt it. You very likely have quite the overinflated sense of your own abilities, combined with a strange, not going to even try to do anything about it attitude. Yeah, we're all being controlled, and I know I'm not being controlled, and I could totally do something about it, but not actually, because the ones who are in control are really not the ones in control or something. Good excuse not to do crap, I guess.
Did any of their plans ever change when a president was assassinated?
And what plans are they exactly? To give people an ever-increasing ability to choose their own destiny? Or the plans to make the world where information is so freely available, literally anyone can learn almost anything, and provide us with technology like, oh, I don't know, smartphones, something we touched on last time I spoke at you, that you can then use to spread your message about what a big-brained smarter you are and how everyone else is a big dumb and not eating terrible food that I'm assuming tastes like blood-soaked ass.
No, because they have no power.
Apart from, you know, these powerless non-elites who can really screw things up for lots of people. And not to contradict myself, but just because people are more free than they have ever been, poor choices by officials can really bungle that up for everyone. Time of this video's release being an excellent example.
When the video of Angela Merkel shaking in public came out...
Okay, I had to listen to that a couple of times to actually understand what the hell he just said. And I assume he messed it up a couple of times before that even, hence the smash cut. But what he said was, when the video of Angela Merkel shaking in public came out, I'm assuming people weren't too shocked, because she's in her 60s. I mean, age affects everyone, including one's susceptibility to illness. And I seriously doubt that eating this, and close your eyes if you're easily grossed out.
It's been 1 hour since the oysters. I'm gonna eat steak tartare now. 6 eggs.
Is going to give you superpowers making you immune to disease. Oh yeah, I wasn't joking about the raw meat thing. I mean, I'm always of the opinion, you do you, bruh. But I ain't touching that with a 60-foot barge pole. And I don't believe for a second it makes you any healthier than anyone else. And if you want to show that it does, well, get yourself down to a lab quick fast, lad, and show off what a medical miracle you are. I'm sure you won't have any lame excuses for not doing that, though, will you?
I saw a top comment on YouTube saying something along the lines of, the baby eaters such as her and Hillary Clinton are getting kuru because of cannibalism, blah blah blah.
What? You're gonna have to run that past me again.
The baby eaters such as her and Hillary Clinton are getting kuru because of cannibalism.
And I hope you told him that that was a very stupid comment.
This is a very stupid comment.
Oh good, I'm glad you agree. Although, I have been burnt before. Why? Why exactly do you think that's a stupid comment?
To begin with, because kuru, if it ever happened, was because humans in a tribe ate somebody who was sick.
Oh, not because, you know, she doesn't eat babies, perhaps. No, it's just because it spread from someone else having the same condition. Of course she eats babies. I mean, who doesn't? God damn it, man, seriously.
Of course, if you eat any sick animals, then you will get sick yourself. This is common sense.
Look, I don't believe for a millisecond that you have common, uncommon, or any other kind of sense in any way, shape, or form.
It has absolutely nothing to do with cannibalism in general, eating healthy humans.
That was strangely confident. Are we talking from experience here, Mr. Ridge? Or was this something you heard from a friend of a friend of a friend? Wink. I'm only winking because you clearly don't have any friends, you raw beef and egg smelling motherfucker.
Besides that, why the f would the most enlightened humans on Earth keep eating something that is making them sick?
First off, enlightened. Being rich doesn't make you enlightened. Yeah, you have access to the best educations money can buy, but some of the densest mother lovers I've ever met are wealthy, well educated, and yet thicker than, well, not you, because but pretty close. And secondly, people do all sorts of crap that isn't good for them. Smoking, drugs, alcohol. All these things are not good for you, but they do make you feel good. And I can't think of a reason to eat people and babies other than you're getting something out of it. The elites are still human, are they not? Hell, at the very least, they will still be some kind of organic life with that need for sustenance, and loads of creatures do things purely because they enjoy them, regardless of the downsides. And I don't know how someone who knows all of the secret knowledge, TM, somehow doesn't know that.
It makes no f***ing sense at all.
Couldn't have said it better myself, matey boy. Well, I could, but I just can't be bothered to come up with a knob gag at the moment.
You people making these idiotic comments are the ones eating plant-based diets. You get sicker and sicker, and you can't figure out why.
So yeah, eating plants is unhealthy. Who knew? Told you, anti-vegan. Why is it always the same? Extremists are as ridiculous as each other. Yeah, sure, there are plenty of vegans who are normal people or have health reasons to be a vegan, but there's always those ones who ruin it for everyone, who think that veganism makes them superpowered godmen and just better than everyone else, and are always so surprised when everyone thinks they are a giant butthole. This guy is that, but on the other end of the scale, with meat. Just eat a balanced diet, FFS.
You can clearly see that politicians such as Merkel eat a lot of grains.
Well, that was creepy. Exactly the kind of laugh I would expect from the Illuminati Tutti Frutti. And yeah, of course she eats grains. I mean, how else are you going to make a baby sandwich if not with bread? Steaks? Actually, that sounds amazing.
Simply look at her huge insulin belly.
No thanks. But you enjoy that if that's what you're into, dude. No judgment.
They have nothing to do with the elite, who probably live on some island which doesn't even show up on our maps.
And the last piece of my absurd claim that no one should ever believe comes into being. You really are a ridiculous human, aren't you? I mean, everybody knows they live inside the walls of your house. How else are they supposed to spy on your super important little self all the time, eh?
They are in the sun without chemtrails, have perfect food supply, and so on. If you would actually get to see them, then they would look like the epitome of health.
Oh, of course you're a chemtrail, advocate? Is there a word for chemtrail believingers? I'm gonna go with chemtrazies. And, of course, you're as chemtrazy as they come.
How natural humans look like. The politicians and bankers working in cities are losers.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree, but it's in more of a you usually have to be smart to be a politician or a banker. And learning is for big lamos, right, buddy? Not like us. Hoomstists are the big uneducated cool guys who do other sex all the time at an woman's.
There's even documentaries of what they eat. You can literally see them put grains in their mouth and swallow it.
Oh my god! They put grains in their mouths and swallow it? Ew! Why would you do that? There's hardly any baby in most grains. Might as well be eating gym mats.
There's very little
Baby
in these gym mats.
Nobody who's part of the elite would ever do that. Overall, their diets are better than what most people eat, because they eat cooked lobster, caviar, and all of that fancy stuff.
Wait, so do you think cooking things is fancy? Is that why you eat raw meat? Dude, seriously, anyone can cook food. It's super easy. Watch. Not again.
Steve Jobs, the Apple guy, was a pescatarian who ate a lot of fruit and juiced. All of these rich people are just as brainwashed and removed from nature as everybody else.
So being removed from nature is your metric for having a bad, controlled life. And somehow nobody could ever want that. But the thing is, have you seen nature? It's full of things and creatures and creepy crawlies and of course humans like you who are just the worst. No thanks. I'll stick to my house having the occasional battle to the death with a house spider. Hey, it's either me or them. I've seen them smother people to death with a pillow given half the chance.
They fall for the same man-made diets, which are being pushed by the humans who eat raw meat. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, that was a thing, wasn't it? I mean, really, where to start with this guy? Oh, I know. Bye! Guys, don't forget to panic buy sick brand merch. What if you need to let people know that you were handsome, famous and good at the sex in a variety of tasteful colours? Buy as many as you can afford now before this thing that's printed to order runs out. Also, you can use it as toilet paper if needs be. You never know when you're going to need to wipe your arse.